So I'm on a kitchen refurb today. Not that big, a couple of days. They're having all this flooring taken up. They're getting soundproofing installed and then new flooring put on top. So I was here the other year and I installed that. So I'm installing a new radial for the sockets for the kitchen, a new radial for the boiler, which is just in that cupboard there. Just there. So I'm going to go out the back, through the boxing in, put a separate supply for the boiler. Currently it's on the ring final. I'm going to ditch the ring final that's in here because it currently serves the whole ground floor. So new radial for the sockets, new radial for the boiler, new radial for a electric hob, electric oven, and then just some minor lighting adjustments. So pretty straightforward. A couple of days first fix, and I'll probably come back in a little while to do second fix. I just need to get the cables in before the flooring guy comes. A couple of sockets in there as well. In here is like a little utility, so there's going to be a washer dryer thing, so a double there, and a spur for some lights in there. And yeah, I'm going to get these all off, put them in Wagos in an enclosure, and then fix them to a joist under the floor. Same with over there. So yeah, not a bad little job, but yeah, the flooring guy's coming next week. So I need to get the cables in and around, and then at my leisure I can come back, channel them up and do what I've got to do. But I think it's going to be a bit of a phased project, this one.
What? Electrics in a wall?
That's what I'm looking for. All still connected, all still live. Horse above the ceiling. I'll test it all. Check it's good before sticking, I don't know, Hager box or something on. Because I think this is a permanent supply, which I'm going to need. And I'm going to rod down, chase to the light switch. And then 3 switch wires. One for each light, one at the end, one in the middle, and one just here. Right. It's a good sign. I remember when I tested it, there was a good earth at the kitchen light, so I'm assuming this is going to be fine. Just wanted to take a quick measurement. Perfect. Yeah, when I did the EICR, I had good readings at this kitchen light and the switch and stuff. So, but always good to check. It's been like a year or so. Right, I'll probably put a box on there now. I don't know what this is. Might be an old switch wire, but it's dead. Wager box in there, and get my cables around now to that hole. Always test before you touch. How did I know that was there? When I dropped the light down, I could feel it with my finger. And when you rattled the cable, I could feel there was like a tapping, like a junction box or connector blocks. Hence why I went for the hole. And then I found these connections were just there, but I couldn't get to this here. So I had to do another hole, but it'll all get patched in. So the whole room is getting skimmed. But yeah, that's how I knew that was there. And the arrangement here, I didn't have the arrangement here that I needed to do a decent job. You had, ironically, this was the permanent live, and then this was the switch live off a different cable. You see in there, permanent live on one cable, the switch line for that light was on the other one. Because you couldn't link it, I could have linked it through and used it as a permanent down here. I've got neutral here as well, and then come up, but it was to me that was too hot. It was just too messy, so start fresh, ignore all this. Right, so I'm almost done. I'm just cutting out all the old sockets, putting them in Hager boxes. All my new sockets are pulled in. I've got the lights, I've temporarily put a 1-gang light switch in and put the old light back up in the middle, but there will be 3-gang light switch that does 3 lights. A little bit more tidying up to do. I've got the old circuits underneath the floor there, underneath the floor there. There's the new ones cut in ready. I chased them today. I wasn't going to, but when I come back, this is all going to be new flooring, so I'd rather horse all the shit under the floor and on top of the old shitty floor rather than doing it when the new floor's down. So chased in, chased in, chased in. Yeah. It's not pretty, but that's what it is. Back in a couple of weeks' time, I think. These guys have got their arson gear on this kitchen. Well, kind of. They've ordered it, and so I'm gonna put the put some sockets on for them so they can have sockets for over Christmas. And I'm gonna put some of these socket things on. I love these. I've got some of those sockets here somewhere. Yeah, some sockets and spurs for a light down in there. I'm gonna put a few of them on, power up the circuit, do a quick test. And one of the RCBOs in there. Nice easy afternoon job. Now it's not gifted or fucking an advert or anything like that. I just really like these. I bought like, I don't know, 20 of them, 22 gangs and 21 gangs a while ago, and I just reuse them on jobs where I know I'm coming back and waiting for the plasterer. I think it's a nice idea, isn't it? It's safe, they can use the sockets and switches and you can fuck off. And I mean, the muck spreader still might fucking cover them, but you'd like to think that being able to get their trowel in, they wouldn't cover it in shit. I still sometimes come back to them and they're covered in shit, but I think that's a nice idea. You can, you know, all right, there was a gap between me chasing these in and then doing this, but had I had them then, I would have done it there and then. I've just popped back to do these, but yeah, I think they're decent. Like different jobs use different things. Like even the Beadmaster is quite nice, but for certain jobs. But this is I do like that. So yeah, I don't know if you remember this job. My sexy old man mate was chasing in everything, chasing the sockets. So I did that. The lights up there the other week, and I've just popped back to stick some sockets on so they can get some power on for Christmas. Get the lights up, and the disco ball I think is over there in the box. But still I'm not gonna connect up the oven or hob or anything like that. Although it's arrived, it's not really ready. They're gonna build the kitchen or something over Christmas, and I'll be back after Christmas to do that. But yeah, I think I've slung in a couple of radials. Like if you've got a kitchen plan, it's you can plan your outlets, you know, a mixture of sockets and appliances and things like that, not load it all on one radial, that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, let's get these on. Enough chatting, Lawrence. These sockets, spelled with a Z, I don't know if it says it on there. Z. Normally come with the 50mm screws to bridge the gap, but I fucking lost them, so I bought a bag. Got that one on. Got that one on. Got those 1, 2, 3 on. That spur does some lights in here. And then I'm just doing this one, which they're building a cabinet. There will be a bespoke cabinet built here, so I'm just going to put a surface box on, put a socket on. I'm going to just temporarily screw it to the wall or the door frame, not sure yet. And then I got put a Hager box on there for now. I've done a loop there where there will be a socket, so I don't have to worry about that. And then one of these here is the socket circuit. I need to put another Hager box on. Plumber's got a fucking leak. I've got a coiled up supply, new supply for the boiler. At the moment it's just off the old ring circuit for now, but it will be transferred. When the kitchen goes in, this is going to be boxed in, and that's when I'll run my cable up and stuff. So. That's the testing done for now. Cool. I will test it properly, of course, but I'm just having a quick indication. Check we're all good. And then I'll do the lights. Put the 3 lights up, change the light switch to a 3 gang, so I installed 3 different lights for 3 different switches. I always like to, when I have lots of lights, I like to split them up and wire them if I can, and bring it all back to the switch. Because even if the customer says, yeah, I just want one switch that does a lot, I can always later on when they go, oh, actually, yeah, it's too bright, I can split them up in the switch. So yeah, but right, almost done. It's getting a bit fucking dark, and the client hasn't got lamps for the light fittings, but they do look really nice. Those 2, I've got a fitted disco ball now. Switch is done, sockets around the outside so the plaster can do its thing. And yeah, I want to go home. I want to go home.